U.S. intelligence says Republicans are working with Russia to re-elect Trump.
Here's a summary of the article.
Today he followed up with a more direct and incriminating one, specifically warning that Russia is working to help re-elect Donald Trump. Even more important is what this warning unmistakably implies, that Trump and his Republican allies in Congress are actively cooperating with Russia's campaign. Trump obviously tends to respond with rage at the suggestion that Russia wants him to win, let alone that he is accepting the assistance. The report notes that the latter two want Trump to lose, while Russia wants him to win. Russia's efforts to help Trump include all that. Former Giuliani associate Lev Parnas has confessed to putting Devin Nunes, the top Republican on the House Intelligence Committee and perhaps Trump's most energetic defender on all things Russia, in touch with one of the Ukrainians releasing documents in the United States. What makes Evanina's statement today so significant is that it makes clear that the passing of information, real or otherwise, from various Ukrainian figures to various Trump allies is part of a Russian-directed scheme to help Trump win.
This post received a score of 52,000, with an upvote ratio of 72%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The world is just a huge fucking reality TV show at this point. The government is lava.
The floor is lava on Netflix is so much better than I thought it would be. Edit, haters to the left, it deserves a daytime Emmy.
I prefer the episode from Community.
Great episode, not a paintball episode but close.
So I recently discovered the Community and that was one of the last episodes I watched this week. Fucking awesome.
Hope more than anything Trump loses, but this headline is misleading compared to what was actually reported. Edit, appreciate the awards.
This is the real problem. Folks don't bother to read any deeper than the title, so just about anyone with a readership can post nonsense with an incensing headline and people will take it at face value. The DNI press release did not say there was cooperation.
100%. This type of journalism only gives credence to the fake news narrative Trump constantly talks about.
The deeper problem is that page view-driven revenue, which is what more than 99% of the Internet is built on, ensures that this type of sloppy sensationalism becomes increasingly dominant simply because it will always get more page views for less work than more nuanced accurate journalism.
And yet no one wants to pay for news services anymore. At this point it's laughable tautology. No one pays for news because they expect the worst based on their experiences, and they have those experiences because of this headline sensationalist bullshit that they have because they don't pay. It's hard to convince people that it's their responsibility to break the cycle.
It's a vicious cycle, but at this point, you certainly can't blame people for not trusting news when headlines like this completely twist the actual story into sensationalism for extra clicks.
The DNI report does not say the literal words "Republicans are working with Russia," but it makes direct reference to the Russian agents that are feeding info to Republicans, who are using it to attack Biden. Called out by name, to be clear, that pro-Russia Ukrainian is being directly cited by the DNI as one of Russia's anti-Biden active measures. Senators Johnson and Nunes are using the sources of this disinfo to build a political attack to be released a few weeks before the election. Russians are, once again, passing documents through middlemen to aid Trump's campaign, and Republicans are, once again, gladly furthering Russian interests in hopes of securing a Trump victory.
Remember everyone to vote in November. Scumbags like Putin can try all they want, but the worst thing you can do is look at this news and give him what he wants, which is to not vote. Edit. Also, if you use a mail-in ballot, make sure to give your ballot to the post office. Don't leave it sitting in a mailbox, or give it to your election office early to make sure your vote is counted, and text everyone in your life to do the same. And even if you have registered, check your registration every week to make sure you haven't been kicked off the register.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.